What's up? This is the Word on the Street podcast. The Word on the Street. I changed the name. Don't fucking worry about it. I'm just going to be breaking down fucking UFC 148. You guys are going to have to bear with me here if my voice kind of starts to fade in and out. It's still gone from all the yelling I did at the fights this weekend. I wasn't actually at the fight, but you know what? At the fight, like at the TV screen. Sorry. Anyway, I'll get right into it. Yep, I lost my ass betting on Chael Sonnen to win. I bet on Chael Sonnen to win. How much? I'll get into that. But, not enough to, well, it was enough to hurt. Yeah, it burns a little. But seeing that fight happen, seeing it go down, just watching it live, that was a fucking rush. That was easily worth the money. I mean, just to see Chael fucking smash him for one more full round of him just ground and pound. Well, grinding out against the champion. That was the shit right there. That was good. Seeing him win that first round, which he did, hands down. Nobody's arguing that. He won that first round easily, almost. So that alone, just seeing him win that round, take home that first round, that was a pretty big fucking rush. You can imagine how crazy I was going. I figured he got the first round. He knows it. He's gonna come out. He's gonna get that confidence now. He's gonna come out even better for the second. And who knows? Maybe he got overconfident. Judging by that fucking dance move that he tried to execute, and fucking spinning elbow or spinning back fist fell on his ass. And that was really the end there. I don't think it was anything that Silva actually did. I think once again, Chael Sonnen does it to himself. He makes a mistake. I mean, he got caught after he made a mistake, after he tripped on his ass. That was sad to see. Who knows what the fuck he was thinking with that move? I mean, obviously there was video that he was training it. He was even training it earlier that day. Obviously, he wanted to pull that shit out. But I think he got too excited. Like I said, maybe a little bit too overconfident. Maybe it's just such a crazy rush being in the octagon. That's got to be. How can you keep yourself sane when you're a fighter in the octagon in a fight that big with so much at stake? I don't see how they even. I don't even see how they managed to do the stare down right before the fight without shaking. You don't see them visibly trembling. I know I probably would be. But no, they both came out. I mean, Chael came out looking a little scared. Silva, when he came out, it looked like he was almost crying or something, like fighting back tears. He was pretty emotional. I liked seeing that. I liked seeing. I thought he was afraid. I mean, I saw him crying, and usually he's not. He doesn't enter the arena looking like he's fighting back tears. So I took that as a good sign. I was like, oh shit, maybe this fucker actually knows he might lose here. Well, of course he knew he might lose, but maybe he knows he's going to lose, or maybe he doesn't think maybe he's not feeling it right now. Chael came out. He looked okay. A lot better than he did at the fucking weigh-ins. Jesus Christ. The fucking weigh-in, when I saw that, that's when I decided not to let it all ride on Chael Sonnen. That's when I decided not to make the full bet that I was intending to. And I was intending to go pretty deep with this guy. I was intending to bet up to $2,000 total. Honestly, I ended up only betting around $600 all said and done on Chael Sonnen. I also bet on the other fights that was great. Actually, I still lost my ass. I'm not gonna even claim I broke even, but the side bets were cool. But yeah, I ended up betting a coworker $500 straight up. So I owe him. And then online and shit, I had a couple separate bets going. So yeah, it was sad seeing that go. But it's a lot better than pissing it away at a fucking blackjack table or fucking poker or something like that. This made the fight so much more intense to watch when you have something at stake. It really gives the fight watch a different quality, like another level of excitement. You actually feel like kind of like you feel what the fighter's kind of feeling, like that adrenaline, like you have something at stake on whether or not your guy gets hurt or if he hurts the other guy, and you're watching everything like a damn hawk. It's fun. Not gonna bet that much on any fighter anytime soon, I gotta say. But sometimes you have to go with the big bet. Everyone should at least once in their life make a big bet. I'm not talking about gambling like you're not something that's gonna make or break you, but a big exciting bet. Safe bets, yeah, that's great. But this, if you were ever gonna bet on Anderson Silva to lose, this was probably the one fucking fight to do it. I mean, who's gonna beat him now? Who's gonna fight him now? Who's gonna fight Anderson Silva now? Really? And who the fuck even wants to fight him now? Seriously, who was the last person that called him out? I can't, besides Chael, obviously. Who was the last person that called Anderson Silva out? Who wants to fight him? I mean, everyone's afraid of him, except Chael. And, I just want to say one more thing about the Anderson Silva fight. Or should I say the Chael Sonnen fight? About the knee, that move. I think I've watched it a few times now. I've watched it objectively. I've watched it in slow motion. I've seen all the fucking animated GIFs or whatever the fuck they're called. I've seen the frame by frames, and it to me, I think there's a damn good chance that it was an illegal strike of some sort. Man, I'm not sure. It's not visible or evident if the actual knee connected with Chael's jaw or face, but it damn well looks like Anderson's thigh did. Again, the knee might have connected as well. It's hard to see, and it was hard for the referee to see. If you see some of the breakdowns, you can actually see that Chael's hand goes up to defend himself, and he's actually obstructing the view of where exactly Anderson Silva's knee and leg and thigh lands. I mean, is that considered a kick? Is it considered a knee? What is the thigh hitting someone in the damn jaw? What is that? And obviously this is a fact, he was grabbing the fence while he did it, which is illegal. He did grease himself up like a cheater, like a coward, right before the fight. He wasn't, and of course, this is a fact also, he was cheating blatantly when he was pulling on Chael Sonnen's shorts. He was pulling on his shorts, not letting Chael back away while he was striking him at the same time. It's a dirty move. I mean, Silva came out there ready to fight dirty, and he did. Chael was fighting clean. I mean, Chael's takedowns were clean, his strikes were clean. He was following all the rules. Maybe that was his fucking mistake. I mean, I'm watching the UFC right now. You can hear it in the background. Sorry. Whatever. But yeah, maybe that was Chael's mistake. Oh, Jesus. Some sort of special about Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz. Let me turn this shit down. Sorry. Where was it? Anderson Silva's cheating? All right. Yeah. The shorts, the greasing, he was probably, I mean, the knee, the grabbing the cage while executing the knee, that's considered, using the cage as leverage. And when you're doing it in that manner, it's illegal. You're not supposed to even put your fingers through the fence or touch it with your fingers or grip the fence. He was doing that. He was doing that for the express purpose of having enough balance and leverage to execute that strike, which I'm calling illegal. And you can tell the UFC just did its best and rushed real quick to put the cock block on any sort of controversy as to the ending of the fight. The end of the fight, you can tell the last thing Dana White and the UFC want is a boxing moment. You know, a boxing moment like it's been happening way too often with the pay-per-view of major boxing. With, you know, you got the Pacquiao decision against Bradley. That was totally bad. Another outrage. You got Mayweather with the cheap shot knocking out what's his fucking face, while the ref, you know, 70-year-old ref or whatever wasn't even looking. You know, calling shit like that calls the entire fight into question. It's happened way too often in boxing. It's been the downfall of boxing, really. And you know, Dana White and the UFC, they're smart. They know that. Joe Rogan and the announcers, they either know it or they've been told it. The fighters have been told it. The refs have been told it. The commission, I'm sure they don't want to look stupid. So yeah, the UFC did their best to avoid a boxing moment. You know, you know, right away you see Dana just proclaims that the knee was legal. We don't need to talk about that. Let's not even talk about the knee anymore. It was legal. Let's move on. That's pretty much word for word right after. And then he admitted that, you know, he hadn't even really seen it. He was just going off of what he was told or something like that. And then you're hearing today that Chael Sonnen's coaching staff, or his coach, actually, sorry, his camp, is thinking about filing an appeal with either the Athletic Commission or the UFC, or some sort of complaint or some sort of demand for an immediate rematch. I think there should be a rematch. Just real quick, I'll just say that. There should be a rematch. If only because, you know, well, first, it'll make a shit ton of money, and the UFC knows that. There's no reason not to have them fight again. The only person that would say no to another fight would be Anderson. Only Anderson would say no. It would make a shit ton of money. This one did. I mean, yeah, it doesn't make sense since Chael has lost twice to Anderson, but I gotta say, both of those losses now, I'm just calling them both into question. Well, the first triangle, that was legit. All right, that was legit. He got caught. Chael got stupid. Well, he made one mistake. The second win, I gotta say, I don't think it's legit. I don't think you can. It's too much dirty fighting, and that move, you know, that move, it needs to be looked at a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. So yeah, I lost my ass on that fucking fight, but I saw how he looked at the weigh-ins, so I didn't bet the full amount. I mean, I don't know how many of you saw Chael Sonnen and what he looked at the fucking weigh-ins. He was emaciated. You could tell he was totally drained. He was the fucking Walking Dead. As soon as he stepped off the scale, the first thing he did was start chugging water. And I was listening to the Opie and Anthony show today, and Jim Norton was talking about how he was backstage at the weigh-ins, and as soon as Chael got backstage, he's just started drinking water, fluids, and started just downing fruit by the handful. That's never a good sign at the weigh-ins when you see somebody that drained, and you could tell he didn't look good. He really. It was enough for me to take a step back and just say, okay, I think I've bet enough on this guy. I just want to see where this goes. It just didn't look good. The only person that was happy about the way Chael Sonnen looked was that fucking Mike Dolce guy, or whatever the fuck his name is, his food or diet coach, or whoever that guy was, his trainer, I don't know. The dude, he was just walking around wearing that Dolce diet shirt, talking about, it's the night before the fight, before the weigh-in, sorry, Chael's still 20 pounds over. He's never been that much over before the weigh-ins. Dolce is just putting out fucking YouTube videos at 4 a.m. like a crackhead, talking about how, don't worry about it, Chael's right on schedule, he's going to make it. He's on the Dolce diet. I feed my fighters to their weight. The Dolce, whatever that diet was, it stinks, all right? Because Chael was weak. I mean, he dropping 20 pounds in 24 hours, that, I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care who Dolce, I don't care what he's feeding you. That's never good. That's never good for your body. That can't be good for you. Losing 20 pounds in a fucking day. And then fighting for the fucking championship a couple hours later. I put two and two together. I wasn't going to risk anymore. I'll admit that much. And yeah, call me a pussy, whatever. But what would you guys do? You know, did you see how he fucking looked? The Dolce diet, it's probably crystal fucking meth. This guy was putting out YouTube videos at 4 a.m. talking about, don't worry about it. Buy my fucking book. Fuck you, Mike Dolce. I blame you. I blame Yves Levine, and I blame Anderson Silva. You know, and Chael made a mistake. He did that spinning dance move, so I blame gravity for that shit too. But not Chael. He deserves a rematch, and I gotta tell you, the way I see it, I've got it 5 rounds Chael to 2 rounds Anderson Silva. Okay, Chael won the first 4 rounds in their first fight, right? Silva, you know, he won that last round. And Chael won the first round this time, lost the second one. That's 5 rounds to 2. The man deserves a rematch. I think he'll get one. There's too much money at stake. The only person that would ever say no to it is Anderson Silva. And he probably will say no to it. But we'll see Chael again. He said he's not done. He's probably going to take a little break. He deserves one, and then he'll figure something else out. He'll always have a new game plan, I feel. Anyway, that's what his fucking book said anyway. You can order that on Amazon or something. Anyway, thanks for listening to the Word on the Street. I'll try to do this more often. Make a little bit of predictions here in the future. Hashtag Rogan must fight. Now that he has his black belt, Rogan must fight. Hashtag that on Twitter. That's about it, guys. Thank you.